Ah, the CW. Ladies and gentlemen, with the end of Batwoman, there's a void in my schedule now. And I'm looking for something to fill that void. Replace what I've lost, which is Batwoman. Relax, you've still got the best of Season 3 coming. Production's going to take some time because I want to make it airtight for you guys and gals out there that enjoy the Batwoman content that I make and suffer through for y'all. But today we're going to talk about another CW show. I've covered this a couple times before. I believe this will be my replacement Batwoman, under the assumption that the CW picks up this show for more than just the pilot. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, I speak of none other than the CW's forthcoming dumpster fire, Gotham Knights. Monkeys, roll that footage.
My father! My father! I found my father!
Here we are, Deadline.com. This article came out yesterday, March 9th, 2022, written by Denise Petsky. Yes, this, Gotham Knights, Oscar Morgan, Olivia Rose, Keegan, and Navia Robinson join the CW pilot. Yeah, so here's three actors added to the cast, and we have another two that they'll mention in here, and I'll go over to the article just so we can see who we're talking about for this cast. Let's go through this article. I will, of course, give you my thoughts, and you can leave yours in the comment section below. Oscar Morgan, Olivia Rose Keegan, and Navia Robinson are set as series regulars in the CW's DC Universe set Gotham Knights pilot. They joined previously announced Fallon Smythe and Tyler DeShiria.
What?
Written by Batwoman trio Chad Five Ash, James Stottero, and Natalie Abrams. Gotham Knights picks up in the aftermath of Bruce Wayne's murder, with his rebellious adopted son forging an unlikely alliance with the children of Batman's enemies when they are all framed for killing the Caped Crusader. As the city's most wanted criminals, this renegade band of misfits must fight to clear their names. But in a Gotham with no Dark Knight to protect it, the city descends into the most dangerous it's ever been.
We totally had sex.
Yes, I know.
No, like hardcore. 3 times.
However, hope comes from those unexpected of places, as this team of mismatched fugitives will become its next generation of saviors, known as the Gotham Knights.
Liar!
All right, so let's start going through the casting here. So we have, what is the first one? Oscar Morgan is our white guy here on the left.
Kill Whitey!
Morgan will play Turner Hayes. Despite the murder of his biological parents, Turner remains resilient and driven to live up to his billionaire adoptive father's name.
I'm the world's greatest detective.
While charming and soulful, Turner has never quite felt comfortable in this world of wealth and privilege. You know, I'm kind of shocked they didn't say white privilege, because in the Batman, that was such a point for Zoe Kravitz, Catwoman, Selena Kyle character. This white privilege.
Oh, no!
That line didn't even need to be there. She would have said the wealthy, like this article did, or the elites. You know, it's very telling of the writing, and that really makes me laugh. But we'll see how that all plays out. I guarantee you he'll have to learn his lessons at the hands of the POC characters. Keegan portrays Duella. Abrasive, unpredictable, and a little unhinged, Duella is, above all, a survivor. Born in Arkham Asylum and abandoned by her father, the most dangerous man in Gotham. They're talking about the Joker. Duella Dent forged herself into a brutal fighter and skilled thief. Okay. So this young lady, Olivia Rose Keegan, I'm going to have to take a look. And she seemed, I mean, she looks, just that picture right there alone, she looks beautiful. But they said a brutal fighter. So in CW speak, that's code for she's 100 pounds, probably about, 5'3", 5'4", if that. And she's going to be kicking the shit out of guys who are like my size, 235, 240 pounds, with ease, because she's such a brutal fighter. That's just like Ryan Wilder.
And living in a van down by the river.
Like, that's why in the Batwoman series, especially after Ryan took over, none of the villains were ever a threat level to her, because she was easily dispatching, people 3-4 times her size. Any man in that show was just a fucking throwaway piece of garbage to the writers. They're like, especially if they're white guys, look, let's just fucking kill him.
remember? I know what you did. You're a damn pedigree. All right, just get the hell out of here, huh? I got a goddamn paper.
Robinson, Navia Robinson plays Carrie Kelly.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Fearless, idealistic, and plucky as hell. Carrie talked her way into being Batman's unlikely sidekick. If there's a burning building or a person in need, she's the first to rush in, just as long as she's home by curfew. Well, au revoir, sayonara, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye to another redhead. Produced by Berlanti Productions in association with Warner Brothers Television, Five Ash and Stodero executive produce alongside Greg Berlanti, Sarah Schechter, and David Madden. Abrams is also co-executive producer, while Danny Cannon will direct and executive produce the pilot. This is going to be utter shite. We know. I'm sorry. There's no way the show comes out good. Look at Naomi. You know, I haven't even reviewed that, but I watch a couple channels review it, and the viewership is just over the course of about 5 or 6 episodes they've aired now, that show's viewership has just absolutely tanked. Just went right down the proverbial drain. And I don't see this making it past the pilot. That's why, while I'm excited to see the pilot and how bad it is and get a chance to just tear it apart, I don't see this getting picked up, especially given the fact that the CW is for sale right now. They're not going to want to spend the money to order a full series of this shit. That's why they didn't produce, a handful of episodes first. They're like, we'll just throw a pilot out there and see. It's like throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks, is what the CW is doing. Morgan stars in a leading role in the feature film Descend Vivant, which premiered at the Cannes Film Festival. His other credits include Steven Spielberg's Master of the Air, Death in Paradise, Warren, and a miniaturist for the BBC, and ITV's Trauma. Morgan is rep by Insight Management and Production and Untitled Entertainment. Don't care. Keegan is best known for her role as Claire on NBC's Days of Our Lives. She received 2 Daytime Emmy nominations for her performance and won an Emmy for Outstanding Young Performer in a Drama Series in 2020. She can be most recently seen in a major recurring role as Lily in Disney Plus's High School Musical, The Series, and recently filmed Amazon's Daisy Jones and the Six. She's rep by Paradigm, Artistic Endeavors, and Shrek Rose, Adams, Berlin, and Dunham. Robinson is known for her role as Nia Baxter, Raven Simone's socially conscious teenage daughter. Of course she is. Olivia Rose Keegan is 5'4" and 110 pounds. All right, Rachel Scarston. to compare Olivia Rose Keegan and Rachel Scarston, Olivia Rose Keegan 5'4", 110. Rachel Scarston 5'9", 121. So 11 pounds. The height difference is very substantial, but it's just hilarious that these are the size actresses. Like, there's a lot of stunt women out there that can actually act. I know a couple women who are, wrestlers that have acting ability that could play roles like this, but Hollywood insists on casting these, like, they look like a microphone wire, and then it's like, here's a 280-pound NFL linebacker. Let's watch this little 5'3", 110-pound girl just beat the shit out of him like it's nothing. It's like, well, she did kicksies. No. This is going to be ridiculous. It's going to be utterly ridiculous. What I want to do now, and the same goes, I can't wait to see how they treat Oscar Morgan's character, because I guarantee you Oscar Morgan's character is going to be, he's going to be scolded because he's white. Even though he's not privileged, he'll have white privilege. It'll be brought up because they will make a point to do. They'll make a point to do this. They will. The Duella Dent character in Batwoman was treated as a throwaway character with no real story arc or anything else behind her. It was really, really a waste. I had to look her up. I'm like, who the hell? Joker's daughter. And I'm like, what? And yeah, sure enough, it's this Duella Dent character. Here's Tyler DeSharia and Fallon Smythe. We talked about Tyler DeSharia briefly in the other article. Variety revealed the two stars have joined CW's Gotham Knights. Fallon Smythe will appear as Harper Row, and Tyler DeSharia will play her brother Cullen Row. In the comics, Harper is known as Bluebird and is an ally to both Batman and Red Robin. She helped save Bruce Wayne's life after defeat at the hand of the Court of Owls. Cullen, besides being her brother, doesn't have much superhero persona of his own or much notable comic lore to go with him. More young, obviously it's a younger cast because of the nature of the characters. We're going to get a lot of, these people have acting experience, but will they, congeal as a cast? And then, as I said, we have Chad Five Ash, James Stottero, and Natalie Abrams of Batwoman fame. Batwoman fame writing this dumpster fire with a myriad of other idiots that work for Berlanti and his cadre of fucking morons and lesbians and Caroline Dries. I'm sure Caroline Dries will be in the mix somewhere on this, putting her stamp of garbage on it. How is the CW planning on, if they're going to order these episodes after the pilot? I mean, what is their threshold for a successful pilot? What, 300,000 viewers? I mean, you're getting, 400,000 or 500,000 with Batwoman and touting that as some kind of success. Like it was this impactful cultural movement of a show that was, steering the discussion. And it wasn't. It didn't do any of those things. People that watch it are either, Tumblerinas or people like me who just watch it to eviscerate it. We hate watch it. We do. And like I said, I would have never watched that show had I not agreed to react to the first trailer they released. When I heard how bad it was, it's like, what is this? And I was just coming onto YouTube. I'd only been on for about maybe 6 months at that point. And yeah, I got hooked in to reviewing this show. Yeah, like I said, 83, 84 videos later. And Gotham Knights, as I said, I venture a guess to say this won't make it past the pilot. If it does. But then again, I didn't think Batwoman would make it past season 1. And the masochist in me is keeping my fingers crossed and praying that Batwoman gets renewed for season 4 because I just want to see how bad it can get before it truly hits rock bottom. I mean, not to say that this last season wasn't rock bottom because every contrivance, it just fell in line with what they do with that show. But Gotham Knights, like I said, there's a video game coming out. A lot of people are like, oh, is it going to be based on the video game? And apparently there's no connection because why would there be? This is going to be bad. It's going to be absolutely bad. Like I said, we're going to hit every CW trope. Guarantee you there will be, every female character will either be a feminist, man-hater, or a lesbian. I'll guarantee it. That's going to happen. Also, don't forget, none of the female characters will be held accountable for anything they do because accountability is bigoted and sexist. And the men, the white characters will be intrinsically bad, evil, and the black men on the show, the writers will do what they can to emasculate them. Any black or brown man on the show will probably be emasculated. They won't made to be look evil. They'll just be made to look ineffectual next to their, diverse female counterparts who will inevitably outshine them at every turn because that's what the CW does. This is just funny. It's going to be bad. I can't wait to rip it apart. We've got all the GIFs queued up. We're making new ones daily for these videos. So let me know what you guys think. It's your turn in the comments section below. Leave your comments down there. Let me know. Are you going to check out the pilot or are you just going to wait for me to review it? Because that's fine. I will suffer. I will suffer so you don't have to. Bitch, slap that like button for me. Do me that solid of slapping the like button. And also share the video. That helps us out, creators. Gets us in front of new eyes. Give us a retweet. That works. That always helps if you're on Twitter, which... oh, if you are, I'm sorry. It's horrible. It's a den of shit. If it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't be on Twitter. I wouldn't. And if today is the day that I have earned it, please subscribe to the channel. We're only a couple away from 1,100. We busted through that 1,000 mark, and then the algorithms, you know, they gave us a push for about 3 or 4 days, and they're like, yeah, well, we'll just bury you again. Subscribe, turn the bell on for notifications so you know when we upload new videos like this, or our 2 weekly live streams, Monday, 8:35. It's at the end of the video. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Itepo Queen of the Place to Be Reviews. I've been here with all of you. If I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. I'll catch you on the next one. And remember,
it's not the first time one of us has shoved 9 hard inches up into somebody's ribs.
I could do this all